Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome back to my online class. Again, I'm your teacher, Sergey. Today, I'm going to discuss about the concept of multiplication. When we say multiplication, it is repeated addition. So, for example, 9 plus 9 plus 9 equals 27. If you do that in multiplication sentence, 9 then times 3. So 9 times 3 is also 27. So 12 times 8 equals 96. That's an example of multiplication sentence. 12 is called multiplicand. Then 8 is called multiplier. Then 96 is called the product. So the product is the answer of multiplication. Then the multiplicand and multiplier are called factors. So factors, the numbers that we multiply. So today I'm going to discuss the properties of multiplication. Number one, commutative property of multiplication, or CPAM, states that the order of the factors does not affect the product. So it means if you change the order of the factors, nothing changes the product. It's also the same. Example, 3 times 6 equals 6 times 3 equals 18. So 3 times 6, then change the position of 3 times 6, it becomes 6 times 3. So the answer, it becomes the same, so 18. Again, another example, 5 times 4 equals 4 times 5 equals 20. 3 times 5 equals 5 times 3 equals 15. So if you multiply 3 times 5, it's also 15. Then changing the order of 3 times 5, it becomes 5 times 3. So 5 times 3 is 15. So the product does not affect. That's another example. And properties number 2, associative property of multiplication. When we say associative, it states that the grouping of the factors does not affect the product. Example number 1, 2 times 3 times 4 equals 2 times, open and close parenthesis, 3 times 4 equals 24. As you can see, the given or number 1 is the grouping number sentence, or the grouping is 2 times 3, while the other side, the grouping is 3 times 4. So 2 times 3 equals 6 times 4 equals 24. Another side is 3 times 4 equals 12 times 2 equals 24. So they are the same. Another example, 5 times, open and close parenthesis, 2 times 3 equals. On the other side, changing the grouping numbers, 5 times 2 is the grouping numbers, times 3 equals 30. Let us check if it is correct. So 2 times 3 equals 6 times 5 equals 30. The other sides, 5 times 2 equals 10 times 3 equals 30. Another properties is the identity property of multiplication. States that any number or any product of any number and 1 is equal to the same number or the number itself. So 1 is the identity property of multiplication. So any number multiplied by 1 is also the same number or equal to the same number or itself. So if you can see an example, this one, 9 times 1 equals 9. So 9 multiplied by 1. So 1 is the identity property of multiplication. Another example, 1 times 15 equals 15. To determine if it is identity, just look at if what number that we multiply. If the numbers multiplied by 1, it is an identity property of multiplication. Another property is zero property. states that any number multiplied by 0 is equal to 0. So any number multiplied by 0 is equal to 0. How big it is? It also 0. Example, 9 times 0 equals 0. 0 times 15 equals 0. 29 times 0 equals 0. 0 times 31 equals 0. So any number multiplied by 0 is equal to 0. Again, last property is distributive property of multiplication. States that the number multiplied to the addends one at a time has the same product when multiplied by the sum of the numbers inside the group symbol or the grouping symbol. Examples. It is almost the same as associative property. The difference between the distributive property and associative property, the distributive, only one operation that we'll use. While distributive property, we're going to use two operation. It's either subtraction and multiplication or multiplication and addition. Example, 5 times, open and close parenthesis, 2 plus 3 equals, distribute the given 5 times 2 plus 5 times 3 equals 25. So using the distributive property. So as you can see the given, there we can use two operations, addition and multiplication. So 2 times 3 is 6. Again, 2 plus 3 is 5 times 5 equals 25. So 5 times 2 is 10 plus 5 times 3 is 15. So 10 plus 15 equals 25. Another example, open and close parentheses, 4 plus 5 times 7. Distribute 7, so 4 times 7 plus 5 times 7 equals 63. So 4 plus 5 is 9 times 7 is 63. 4 times 7 is 28 plus 5 times 7 is 35. So if you add the answer, it also 63. So let us check if you understand my lesson or our lesson for today. Identify the properties that describe its number sentence. Tell C if commutative property, A if associative property, I if identity, Z if zero property, and D if distributive. I'll give you 5 minutes. Okay, let us check your answer. Number 1, 5 times 0. So the given is multiplied by 0. So the answer is Z, zero property. Number 2, grouping symbols, one operation. So that is associative. Number 3, multiplied by 0 again. That is zero property. Number 4, it is multiplied by 1. So that is identity. Number 5, grouping symbols, but we use two operations. That is distributive property. Number 6, commutative. The changing the order of the factors. 2 times 3, then 3 times 2. Number 7, multiplied by 1 again, so that is identity. Number 8, grouping symbols, but two operations. That is distributive. Number 9, 5 times 10 equals 10 times 5. So the factor, changing the orders. So that is commutative. Number 10, grouping the factors, but only one operation. That is associative. Okay, very good. That's all for today. See you again next time. Please don't forget to watch, like, share, and subscribe. And thank you very much.